go over to my community post and vote for the recipe you'd like to see from getting the $1,000 for charity. So far, what's ahead is the greatest salsa of all time by Joey's World Tour. So go ahead and go post over there, whichever gets more likes in about a week. I'll give it another week or so. I'll make it for you guys, and we'll go from there. Hello everyone, today we're going to be making one of my favorite meals, the Hipster smoked salmon sandwich. So what you're going to need is everything bagels, or you can get bagels and put everything seasoning on it, but you can't just get plain bagels, you have to have the everything seasoning. Get some kind of smoked salmon. I just like the cold smoked Atlantic salmon. If you want to get the stuff with the herbs on it, that'll be alright, but I just like this stuff, it's really good. You're going to need capers. Now, if you don't like capers, you're not going to like this meal. Capers are either a you would love it or you hate it type deal. This is the shit that goes on chicken piccata and obviously goes on Hipster salmon sandwiches. They taste like little salty balls. A lot of people don't like them around here, but I love them. You're going to need a red onion. You're going to need fire roasted tomatoes, which I will show you how to fire roast these. You're going to need some cream cheese. Then you're going to need some kind of Hipster chips, so I got the veggie snacks. Now, I would normally get arugula lettuce to put on top with this too, but I didn't get any, and the iceberg isn't chopped up, and I don't feel like chopping any tonight. So what you're going to do first is put your bagels in the toaster. Since I don't have a toaster right now, I just put it in the oven, so we're still heating up here. We still got a few more minutes on that. But while we wait for that, we're going to strip our onion up, and we're going to cut it. Big ups the Donfather9 for the video.
Hello, estranged YouTube viewer. Here is a mediocre tutorial on how to cut an onion. First, you gotta peel it. Thing in frame, dumbass. This is a really weird one. I don't know what's going on here. Come on. Oh, fuck. Right. Once you've gone to this stage, you're going to cut off this part of the onion. Try and get it all off in one go. Sit down on the flat side. You want to cut straight through this part. Keep the halves together for what you're going to do next. You can lie down on this side you just cut on the board. You can do it in seconds, either in half or in like little thirds in order to get different sized chunks. I'm just gonna go straight down the middle. You don't press too hard to get this. Careful as well. I'm gonna cut lines going vertically. Get size of chunks of onion you want. This works if you have a more precise knife. You can do smaller dices. Try to go in between all these. You can get smaller pieces. I'm not going to do that. It's going to have some nice big chunks. Good for frying or stewing. I'm actually going to usually want to do the side cuts before you do the vertical cut to make this a lot easier. It's like it'll cut yourself trying to do this. And then basically just cut from top to bottom like you normally would for a chopped onion. Some bits might move around, it's okay. Usually you do this a little bit neater. But basically the general premise is you cut down as much as possible until you get to this gross nub, and you can just throw this away. Congratulations, you've cut a fucking onion. You can definitely cut it a bit neater than this. These are pretty large chunks. You can definitely want smaller bits, but that's kind of the premise. Anyways, don't fuck an onion.
Alright, now that we got our onion cut up in like a little slice here, we're going to pretty much use this on the top of it. We need to cut up a couple slices of tomato for this. I'm just going to cut the top, and I'm just going to cut a few slices in here. Tomato's a little bad, but whatever. I'm just going to cut off 2 slices. Take some tongs for one of them. We got to fire roast these bad boys. Shouldn't take too long to do these. Just don't drop it, just be careful. Ooh. Shit. Just dropped it. Alright, I think just a little bit longer. Alright, that should be good for that one. We'll do this little tiny chunk here too. That should be alright. We got our 2 fire roasted tomatoes. Turn that off. And our red should be done. Now obviously, since it's been in the oven, the top doesn't look like it's done, but it is. It's nice and crispy. Alright, so we'll put this on a nice plate here. Put that off to the side. Now we want to put the cream cheese on it. Where's my butter knife? You can put it on both sides, it doesn't matter. I would prefer if you put it on both sides. Don't be shy with the cream cheese. That's the good stuff. Can't see. There we go. This down here. Alright, get your fish portion. Now, if you were working in a restaurant, obviously you would only use about half of this, but since you're just making it for yourself, you can use all 8 ounces. I think I'm actually only going to use about 4 ounces of this. This is actually pretty thick. Put on a little bit more. Put on your fire roasted tomatoes. Put on your chopped red onion. Now cover it with a little bit of capers. Or a lot. I like a lot, so. And they will fall off. This on top. Smash it down a little bit. Now we got one last thing we need to do. Open up our veggie chips here. Put a little handful on here. And there you go, a sandwich you can charge $20 for. Now this is it. It's going to be a little hard for me to eat the sandwich with one hand. It's pretty messy and falls apart. But I like those veggie chips. So let me try and manhandle this. And get a good bite of it. That's good. So I realize I don't like it as much with the onions on it, but it is a really good sandwich. That smoked salmon with the cream cheese and the capers give it a little bit of bite too. You can't go wrong with this. It only takes a couple minutes to make too. But honestly, you go out to a New York City restaurant, they will charge you like 15-20 bucks for some shit like this. It's kind of crazy, but probably from the effort of them fresh smoking their salmon all the time. But I doubt a lot of them are fresh smoking it. Most are probably buying it in. But enjoy it.